Sharon asked me to say something about a month ago and asked me if I could, and I said, I don't think I can. I'm here.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Closer to my.
Okay. Okay, we moved here 15 years ago and started playing golf here and met Sharon and Ed. And was part of the senior program. And over time and with committees, you know, we became friends with them, and many of you did the same. Ed and I became close and spent time together. Ed had a good life and he was a good friend. I had many fond memories. Ed had many fond memories of his mom and dad and his upbringing in West Virginia. Ed had a good life. He was proud of the families that he and Sharon created. They had lots of friends and many fun times. I've heard all the stories. He had a good life. Everyone will remember Ed's sense of humor. You know, especially the guys from the Friday golf group. 6 or 8 years ago, he created a Friday group and made tea times. It started with Tom Haas and Jim Kinswater and myself. And Tom put together some one-liners that Ed actually said. I don't know whether he said this or not, but he said, when he asked Tom and I if we would like to play on Friday, and we said sure, and Kinswater said something and about playing, and Ed said, well, we already have a threesome. So, it sounds like something he would say. These guys were perfect for Ed because he was a needler. I mean, oh my God, you know, later on we added people to the Friday group, and Ed Longo and Don Schmidt were two of them, and I think we made them uncomfortable. I mean, we really made them uncomfortable. Later we had a couple more people, and then it turned out to be Longo, Gatlin, Schmidt, and many of the others played on Friday at times with us too. And so I'd like those guys to come up. And what Tom put together was several one-liners. And I apologize for getting teary-eyed, but Ed was a great friend. Oh, I did tell my joke.
So these are Ed's one-liners. One of us would hit a bad shot, which was quite often, get behind a tree or a rock. Ed, always the optimist, would say, at least he had a good angle to the green.
Also, the most consistent player in our group was Walt Hafer. You'd agree with that? He was pretty much down the middle. And every time he hit a good shot, we'd all say, nice shot, Walt. Finally, he said, this is using too much of my energy. And he went and developed a big cardboard sign that we hold up every time. Nice shot, Walt.
Wait a minute, I got it. Okay, well, you know, no matter what kind of drive you had, you know, if it was down to, you know, 140 yards, 170 yards, whatever it was, Ed would always say, that was a pretty nice shot for you.
Also, I can remember on number 7, par 3-7, I'm putting about 6 feet away for a par. And he walks up and says, can I put you down for a 5? Bob again.
Okay. Well, Tom was well known in number 14 for having both physical and mental problems. It's a par 5 over water, and so if it wasn't one thing, it was another, because Tom was always worried about getting over the water. So invariably, if Ed found a ball somewhere along the line, more than one occasion, he wrote fish bait on it. And gave it to tee off with, and Tom graciously accepted it.
Oh, also, the first one to opt out of the original 4 that we mentioned was Kinslaughter, right?
Yeah.
And so, I won't tell you why he opted out, but
He was cheap.
he's cheap. And so, we started recruiting somebody, and we were fortunate enough to get Walt Hafer. And Ed always said it was a major upgrade.
Oh, geez. There's a little story. Ed was in charge of the fall party. And one of the games that he played was called The Price is Right. And he went into the clubhouse, or into the locker room, and he got a couple $1,000s worth of golf equipment and brought it in here, and we were all gonna guess on what the price was. But he said that the pros wouldn't give the equipment to him unless he could charge it to somebody's account. So he said, I gave him $16.37. To that, my response was, oh my God! That was my number. So I put a couple $1,000 up. I covered that. Well, he really didn't. But you can imagine my response. But anyway, I owed him for that.
Said it.
Bob, come here. Stand right there beside him.
Bob's the hole. Bob's the hole.
He's playing a golf hole right here. He's the golf hole.
I'm a dummy.
That's a big hole.
I wish it was that big. That's right.
And I'm Ed Wilbur. What was his nickname again?
Wilbur.
Wilbur.
We never called him Wilbur.
Never knew.
We never knew that. We knew it.
Now Walt will set up what happened.
We were playing Heatherwood Golf Course. All of us were on the green, and we were getting ready to putt. I was about 10 feet from the hole. Ed was about 15 feet from the hole, but I was about 8 feet to the right of Ed. So I asked Ed, do I need to mark my ball?
No way. You don't need to mark the ball.
Basically said, if I hit your ball, it'll be the worst putt I've ever hit.
What did he do?
He hit my ball.
Boy, can you imagine joining this group as a latecomer? Huh? You've heard about brothers in a scuffle and you never get in the middle of it. Ed Longo and I did not get in the middle. It'd be tough. What I would like to share with you, in addition, Ed, when they joined the club, we just really brought him into the fold in the senior men's golf, and he took to it, boy, like a duck to water. And he was a D player who had a little bit of a problem with chipping. And so, for some strange reason, he and I got put in the same group every Tuesday for a long period of time. And every single round, without exception, somewhere during the course of the round, and that big, tall, good-looking guy would bend over and he'd chunk the chip shot. Then he'd chunk another. And typically at that point, he's now so bad and so mad, he sculls it across the green. And as he walks up, he says, I need a chipping lesson. Now, I heard that statement probably 30 or 40 times. So if we could fast forward until about 4 months ago, Bob was making arrangements to pick Ed, or have Ed come over and either play the first 9 or the second 9 on Fridays, and then have lunch, because he wasn't able to do the whole round. And so this particular day, I'm riding with Ed, and we're convincing about the old Navy days and stuff. And about the 7th hole, he went through the junk, sculled it, and walked off and got in the cart. And as we're driving to the 8th tee, he said, and it was a hot day, and he was having serious breathing issues, and he said, I think I'm gonna sit this one out. So we jeopardized, we went down 8, we played 9, and now he's sitting off to the left of the green. And we're coming off after putting, and he was really seriously having breathing issues, and I said, hey, how are you doing? He said, I'm doing fine. And as we're driving up to drop off his clubs, guess what he said? I need a chipping. What I would like to suggest is a legacy to all of us from our good friend Ed is when you're on the golf course, those that play, and I think a lot of you do, and we all on occasion do a chunk skull, smile and think of Ed and say, you bet, I know he would like that. I know he would. So with that, I would like to, everybody grab a glass and first off, to an amazing man and family, Sharon. This is very impressive, and the lowercase L love that's shown here for you and the family today is pretty special. So to our wonderful friends. Thank you.